We are officially live discussing XRP, Ripple, HBAR, Injective, Ethereum to $10,000. And of course, I'm going to give you guys a quick update on what's happening with Crypto Week, all the crypto bills. Well, the three crypto bills, Genius Act, Anti-CBDC Act, and the Clarity Act. As of right now, those have officially not passed. We are waiting. I know yesterday there was a lot of confusion as to what was happening with all of the crypto bills. Don't worry, I've got you. And we've got reputable sources as well. Okay. So take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It is all going to work out. It's just going to take some time. Okay. And you guys also have to remember too, the public servants are public servants. They take forever to do anything, and we just pay them to hurry up and wait. That's what we do, okay? But anyways, welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every single day. If you're brand new here, make sure you subscribe and set alerts so you don't miss anything. Drop me a comment because I always read the comments after all the stuff. And thank you guys for being here. Also, too, oh, darn it, I forgot to go live on TikTok. They need the news, too. Anyway, so with that being said, really quickly, thank you so much, you guys. I went to the base event, the Coinbase base event last night. So I am going to give you guys a mini update on that. I'm going to give you guys a mini update on that. I'll do it at the end of the show, and then I'm going to do like a little dedicated thing for you guys just so you have that. Because there's some people are really mad about it. Some people are really happy about it. And I have got my own thoughts about that. Also, too, baby tees, like the old school slingshots, these are back with low-rise jeans, okay? And this is what I used to wear like way back in the day. This is my style. And this is iconic from back then too, this old school Tiffany's necklace. That's going to go to low, of course. But anyways, give a big shout out to our channel members here over on LitTube. Our TikTok babes, our YouTube babes, Rumble babes, Twitch babes, and everybody else. So good morning to Mr. R, to Mr. John Germain. Who else? Mr. D. Mr. D actually got this from me way back when. Who else? Many of you others. I'm waiting for my gorgeous Alexandra to come in. All right, Wendy Bear, we need this hella bad. Hey, Steven, I am not a bear. I do not say anything bearish at all. I don't say anything bearish. I don't say things bearish anymore. Why? Because you guys get mad. You guys get mad. So I don't say anything bearish. I just say things bullish now. But I do say, be cautious, be cautious. Anyways, let's go ahead and get straight in the news because there's a lot to cover. And I'm a tired lady today. I've got to do my stuff. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay. Lots of stuff going on. Okay. So first and foremost, we'll go ahead and cover XRP. Okay. We're going to cover XRP and then we'll get into the update with the public servants and the Genius Act and all that stuff. Okay. So number one, the market cap of XRP just surpassed $185 billion for the first time. We are in pretty much up season. No, the bills have not passed yet. Let's go to coin market cap really quick because XRP officially flipped Tether, USDT. Oh, you guys can't see. And this has happened in the past. But I do think XRP will flip Ethereum eventually. Also, too, a story just broke today about a mixing sent it to me about BlackRock filing for an XRP spot ETF. Staking. Once that gets approved, I am very, 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 very confident that we will see between $75,000 and $10,000 at minimum. And I've told you guys, I'm going to start offloading majority of my Ethereum about $7,500 to $10,000. Why? Well, I've been holding it, so quite a bit of it since 2020. And there's things that I want to do. I'm not going to be selling all of it. I'm going to sell like 90% of it. But that's just me. You do what works for you. Okay. I want to realize those profits. I got to pay those taxes and I got to get the kids stuff. No, just prepare for their future. So that's also what's happening. Next, going on with XRP Ripple, because there's a lot more, okay? XRP futures volume on the CME hit a record of $235 million. Also, I spoke to the folks who issued XRP, I believe, the XRP futures ETF. We're going to get them on the show just for a mini quick interview. So if you guys have any questions you want me to ask them, let me know because I got them on, I believe, next week. I will give you some more updates once I get them. I'm going to take a little bit of time. But anyways, I'm excited to have them on. So the key pieces of information here with the XRP futures, okay? So CME XRP futures hit 235 million volume on Friday. That means there's interest, It's the highest since launch on May 19th, which brings, again, that means more interest in XRP. People want to buy, people want to play in the ecosystem, people are getting involved. That means number goes up. Brings total CME XRP futures trading to 1.6 billion per day. Institutional investors use CME for regulated exposure to XRP. So the key thing here is that we know that retail has interest with XRP. It is the second top coin in the world as far as social metrics go. Bitcoin is generally the first. And again, it's not a race to the top here. It doesn't matter. It's okay to diversify. We don't got to be the cult-like people. I don't give price predictions. I don't like to do that. With Ethereum, I can do that because I'm a big bag holder. In addition to that, this is the CME and the spot ETFs and all that stuff. These are traditional financial instruments. These are just the interest in this is from institutions, which that's bullish. It's positive. That's what we want. Okay. So we love to see it. Now, Ripple's got some cool stuff going on over here. Okay. So this came out yesterday, but we're going to cover it again for you guys because we love it. But Ripple Custody will deliver scalable and secure storage for the Dubai Land Department tokenized real estate title deeds, which have been issued on the XRPL. So basically, a lot of real estate stuff going on in Dubai with XRPL, which is great because again, that XRPL supports XRP, number goes up. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, yourmom.com. I just, that's what I would assume that it means. Next, CNBC names Ripple, the world's top fintech company for the third year in a row. Mixing, can we actually change the title to that, something around that? Or I'll do it when I get done. But I like this. I like this headline. So again, congratulations to Ripple for being named as one of the world's top fintech companies for the third year in a row at CNBC. And the cool thing about this, in my personal opinion, is that the reason why this is so important is because this tells, they're calling them a fintech company. And for the last 3 years, that was also when the lawsuit was going on. Okay, that was when the lawsuit was going on. So that's important to note, like, hey, regardless though there was like drama with the lawsuit and the SEC and Ripple and blah, 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 they were still recognized as a top fintech company. Pretty cool. Van Dam in the background, where? So that was going on with that. We'll get into the next part. Is this another one? Okay, this one too. Another big one. Now, and this is from Bank Reg Blog, now available from the OCC, the Ripple and Circle Charter applications. This was posted yesterday, and we didn't get a chance to cover it. So apparently, it looks like there's going to be some stuff going on over here. Let's go ahead and grok it and see what it gives it to us. So, and that's, I like Grok. It's really cool to have this on a social media app over here. Really. Oh, also too, Cardano is trending. So basically indicates that Ripple and Circle, regarding the Office of Comptroller, they filed a charter application. And this is a big step towards recognition as national trust banks, potentially reshaping cryptocurrency regulation in the US. So we're getting a Ripple bank, we're getting a Coinbase bank, we are getting a Circle bank, all different types of banks. These are going to be the big crypto banks. So there's that. There's that piece of information for you. And then we got to talk about some missing Bitcoin, but I want to get into charts really quick, and then I'm going to give you guys an update on what's happening with crypto laws and regulations right now, okay? And again, this is going to probably change very, very fast because they're currently discussing it now. So as far as the market looks, we're looking good. And also, too, generally when Ethereum starts pumping, that does indicate an altcoin season. That's what we've seen in the past, okay? So we've seen in the past. What are my thoughts on that? My thoughts on that is that every single cycle is different. So I hope that that's what happens, but at the end of the day, we don't know. XRP is up 8.1%. Lido is up. Curve, these are really big DeFi platforms. Really popular meme coin Floki is up. Flare, part of the Ripple ecosystem, I believe. Algo, Crow, Farcoin. And then as far as trading, if you'd like to trade with me, you can go ahead and use one of our channel partners, Bitcoin IRA. They allow you to create custom 401k IRAs. I believe our 401ks. I apologize if I misspoke. SEPs, and that helps with taxes. Or you can go ahead and use my ref link down below and be a degenerate for Femex, or use Kraken. So whatever works for you. This is what Bitcoin's looking like right now. Bitcoin is currently kind of just chilling at 118. We don't know. The market's uncertain as where it wants to go. This could be because of all a lot of the issues going on with what we don't know what's going to happen with the public servants. Okay. Also, we are technically in an uptrend. So just as long as we stay above this bullish trajectory and really kind of hold support above 116, we should continue upward. 4 hour is still looking bullish when we do take a look at market cipher. Now, Ethereum is actually outperforming Bitcoin, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. So currently trading at about 3,400, swing wick high to 34.89, swing wick low to 33.18. And this is moving very, 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 very nicely. Very, very, very nicely. I'm going to have to draw some support and resistance over here later, reanalyze this, but this is looking good. Ultimately, we want to see a move above 3,500. That would be the next target. Just kind of looking at it right now. Solana had a really some nice movement up. We broke out yesterday, but we're just kind of chilling. It just kind of seems like everybody is waiting for the decision of what's going to happen with the crypto bills. But again, we've got more time tomorrow as well. Okay. SUI hit 412, had a pullback, just kind of chilling right now. Does look a little bit overbought over here. XRP is an outlier here. XRP is hitting $3.30, and we are going to continue our upward trajectory. I want to take a look at the weekly really quick. Oh, this is Bitfinex. Yep, it looks like XRP is actually going to break all-time high. I think that was the all-time high. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Coin market cap. Hold on. Price performance. Let's do, hold on a second. All-time high. So the all-time high of XRP was 8 years. I've been in this industry a long time. 8 years ago. Really? I've been in crypto almost 9 years. What? $3.84. That was the all-time high according to Coin Market Cap. We go back to the chart over here. Yep, that aligns. Oh, well, actually, this is a different chart. I don't know. Anyways, we're getting close to breaking all-time high again, okay? And I do have a feeling we might see $10 Ethereum or XRP this cycle. Not financial advice. So shout out to the XRP army. And again, I do hold XRP. I hold all this stuff I'm talking about. Link is pumping as well. We're hitting $17, getting ready to flip above. Daily is looking strong as well. Market CIPHER is looking strong. Cardano's trending. We're trying to close above 77 cents. Next target, once we do that, is going to be 86 cents. This is kind of looking like an altcoin season to me. HBAR is doing nicely as well, consolidating after we got that beautiful breakout. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles in a row. And we're going sideways over here. And as far as what else? Yeah, that's what we'll do. So everything is looking decent. Alts are looking good. We love to see it, etc. But let's go ahead and get into an update regarding what's happening with the crypto stuff. Okay, so this was yesterday at 8:11 p.m. and I've updated you guys consistently. So let's go through what's going on with the crypto bills. Okay, because they're stalled. They're just like, it's just a hot mess. So this comes from Miss Ellie, and I'm going to give you guys the dates and times because these matter, okay? 8:11 p.m. yesterday, Tuesday or Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. The House passed a procedural vote to motion to advance the Genius Act, Clarity Act, and anti-CBDC. It was 217 to 212. This allows the bills to be debated and voted on. They are not approved. They're going to debate and vote. The longest vote in House history was about 10 hours, which is crazy. Again, we know what the Genius Act is for stablecoins. Clarity Act defines which tokens fall under SEC versus CFTC. And the final House vote is expected. House vote expected next week. Genius Act, the House vote for today, and the anti-CBDC Act. We'll figure out when that happens. And as far as Crypto Week resumes, this comes from Miss Ellie again. So basically, they're going to be voting and discussing and whatnot, and seems that they've been doing that. Also, key pieces of information here. Mr. Charles H. from Cardano will be there. And then we've also got the Algorand founder, Silvio. So shout out to him. So we've got Mr. Charles that's going to be at the ceremony planned for tomorrow. Charles, I don't know who this guy is. All these people. Cool, fine, great, fantastic. This next story over here. No. I want to just talk really what the heck? What the heck? Here we go. All right. So really quickly, this is Miss Elizabeth Warren. Okay. Cause we don't have any approvals yet. They're still debating and talking about it. Philip says another hour at least. Shout out to Gamer. Okay. So they're still debating and talking. So we don't have an update, but I do want to play this clip for you because I do think it is important. And John Deaton also chimed in on my post about this. And there's a couple clips I'm going to play for you throughout the show. Okay. because it's just it's very upsetting. And I'm not gonna, and I won't even be in just a little play. Let it roll, Wendy.
Guardrails to make sure that crypto isn't used to blow up our entire economy. So I'm very worried about that, but I want to add one more twist, and that is the Clarity bill has all those problems, but it also has a provision in it that would let any company listed on the New York Stock Exchange opt out of SEC regulation by just digitizing themselves, put themselves on the blockchain.
That's not true at all. That is not true at all. Just because Hester Peirce, and this is crazy, Hester Peirce and folks over at the SEC have said multiple times, if something is a security, it's a security, or it has the characteristics of a security, it still is, regardless if it's on the blockchain or not. Okay, she's lying here. Crypto is not going to implode America. If anything, it's going to bring in revenue, tax dollars, jobs, innovation. And this is why we want regulation. So basically she's saying, to me, the way she's talking is that she wants it banned. But why would you ban something that's being adopted on a global scale, especially when America is supposed to be so tech heavy? We're supposed to be leaders. You cannot ban something that has a lot of global interest, because if you ban something with global interest that can't be used to benefit society, especially technology, what ends up happening is other countries are going to advance and we're going to say where we are.
And all of a sudden, it turns out that Amazon or Meta or General Motors is no longer governed by the SEC.
She's missing the entire point. Like, all of this is stupid. And the sad part about it is like, number one, we need to get younger, more educated. We need to get younger people in the in office. Okay. And one of the reasons why is that I'm going to give you all an example. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Mixing. Mixing's my source. From Miss Ellie, Crypto America. We love her. She's my favorite source ever. Clarity Act vote expected to hit the floor first around 4 p.m. Okay, so it's coming, and I believe it's 4 p.m. ET. So back to Warren, okay? You guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with what's happening at Red Lobster, okay? So Red Lobster was going under bankruptcy. They were going to shut down everything. It was a hot mess. And you know, in America right now, we're in a recession. Things are very expensive, and it feels good to be able to take your family out once in a while, whether it's Chili's or Red Lobster, Applebee's, like one of the family chains. Like, a lot of us grew up doing this. Like, anytime there's a special a graduation, a special event in the family, you go out. And in most cases, you know, we used to do this like at least once a year with my mom and stuff, regardless, you know, we didn't have a lot of money, but people go to chains to celebrate stuff. And you should be able to take your family out at least once a year to celebrate. Well, what ended up happening, Red Lobster was filing for bankruptcy. So they brought in I believe he's a 33-year-old or 35-year-old CEO to make some changes. And guess what happened? I believe they had one of the best months as far as revenue in their lives, or their existence, because they added the seafood boil to the menu, because that's what people is. Hell yeah, Hooters. Woo. But that's what it is you bring in younger, fresher minds. And again, it's not shade to anybody who's that old or old or anything like that. But you got to bring in people who are able to do their job properly. And this kid came in, he's not a kid, he's a grown man, but this younger person came in and said, let's add seafood boils. People loved it. And then it went viral over the internet. They didn't even need to spend marketing dollars. That saves money too. And then a bunch of people are like, hey, you know, we should add this, take this away. This is what we like, this is what we don't like. Then he came back about a month later. It's like, hey, we're going to add this. We heard what you guys said. That's where I'm going with this. Okay. You need to have somebody that's in touch with the community, that's in touch with marketing and current times. We need to have an age limit. I honestly believe you're forced to retire at 65. You can't serve in office. Warren, Maxine Waters, Trump, I don't care, on both sides. That's what needs to happen. But moral of the story is, you listen to the younger generation, or you listen to people that are in tune with what's happening, your business will probably do better. And America is run like a business. And shout out to Red Lobster. Sponsor me. All right. Next piece, little titty bitty over here. We talked about Warren. My computer's being cuckoo today. Okay. This comes, I don't even want to read this. They're just going on about the CBDC and da 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 da. Why is this doing this? Also, too, I do want to remind you. All right, so the House is now debating the Genius Act and the hold on. I want to actually pull this clip right here, but they're dealing with all the crypto laws right now. But this clip is from Congressman Dusty Johnson. Says blockchain technology will transform every industry the same way the internet did over the last 30 years. So these guys are going balls to the walls. I know you can't hear. You have to go to the tube of the U.
Blockchain technology, Web3, will transform every single industry in the same way that the internet has transformed every single industry over the last 30 years.
And he's 100% right. And I just want to take a look at him over here. He looks like a younger gentleman. If somebody wants to Google to see how old he is, I would love to see that. He looks like maybe he's in his 40s over there. And that's a key difference between talking about to somebody with Warren, who is like a gazillion years old, and then somebody who's like maybe 20 years younger. Okay. There's a big difference. And it's not a bad thing. It's okay to age gracefully. It's okay to do that. But at the end of the day, you cannot have people in office that are over 65 years old. If Americans are supposed to retire at 65, shout out to Sparkwater and alpha junkies, then you need to follow the same precedent with public servants, because it just shows that they're above the law. He's 48. Hey, he's in his 40s. Thank you, bad drivers. I appreciate it. He's in his 40s. I'll take that. He could be late 40s, but that's okay. It's better than 70. It's better than 66. Better than being in the 60s. Okay? That's all I'm asking for. So that's what's going on with that. We're just waiting at this point. But, XRP's pumping. We hear, we love it. We absolutely want to see it. This is from Mr. Zach. I like Zach. For those wondering on when voting is expected to start on the Genius Act and Clarity, Genius, Clarity, and anti-CBDC, 4 p.m. ET. Also, one of the reasons why the Genius Act is so important is because it has to do with banks. Okay. Some big U.S. banks plan to launch stablecoins expecting crypto-friendly regulations. Okay. Summary here, Bank of America, timeline unclear. Morgan Stanley monitoring stablecoin development. Citigroup considering issuing stablecoins for digital payments. Okay. So one of the things I want to say, okay, thank you, Federico. So Elizabeth Warren is 76. This gentleman that just talked about, crypto being or blockchain being the future, just like the internet, is 48. Okay. That is a 20-year, it's like a 20-year difference. No, 30 years. Let me do my math. 78, 76. That's crazy, man. 76 minus 38 is actually 38 years old. What the hell? Somebody do that math. What the heck? 76 minus 38. 38. What? I'm so bad at math. There is a 38-year age gap between the gentleman bullish about blockchain and Warren. 38-year gap. That's crazy. Absolutely wild. Ridiculous. Oop. I can't with these people. I cannot do it. 28 or 38? It doesn't matter. It's 20 plus years. Wendy's bad at math. No, you guys stop confusing me with the math. Go away. Leave me alone. Anyways, the reason why the Genius Act is such a big deal is because it's a stablecoin act and because it doesn't directly impact the banks, which is why we've just been hearing about the Genius Act and why they're trying to get that to push through. The reason why they're trying to get that to push through is because the stable coins. It is 28. I'm sorry, guys. Wendy's a crazy lady. Anyways. With that being said, because it impacts the bank's bottom line. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. So we're going to be getting stable coins everywhere. And just to remind you, we're getting a CBDC. Oh, retirement is 65 to 67. I wish it was 55. It used to be 55. Well, 65, they need to go. Okay. So that's what's going on with that. Now let's go ahead and get into some of more of the altcoins because we covered Ripple. All right, so this is a really big story here, okay? The public servants sold our Bitcoin. They sold our Bitcoin, okay? David Bailey posted, I will pay $10,000 to the first journalist who can get the U.S. Marshals to confirm the quantity of Bitcoin and crypto they're currently holding. this lovely account over here said, full list of Bitcoin holdings. Request was dated March 24th. Responses from today. Total Bitcoin holdings are about 29,000 or approximately 30.44 billion. U.S. Marshal Service liquidates assets in public auction. So unless they announced a sale, that list should be accurate. And so she won. So what does this mean? Because remember, Trump and the public servants, they indicated that they were the law. I believe it passed that they were going to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. But the cool thing about the Bitcoin strategic reserve is that they were not going to be selling. They were not going to be selling. He's wrong. It's all their chain. What? Okay, we're going to cover this story later because Eric is telling me a conflicting story and he loves to live on the blockchain. Eric, can you do a thread? We'll go back to that. Now, apparently, a story has changed. I'm going to wait for Eric, so we'll see what happens. Okay. But allegedly, the government sold like 200,000 Bitcoin. Allegedly. So we're going to wait for Eric to confirm. He's our blockchain analytics dude, apparently. Allegedly. This was the story over here. This is from Loomis. I'm alarmed by reports that the U.S. has sold off 80% of its Bitcoin reserves, just leaving 29,000 coins. If true, it's a blunder, blah, blah, blah. Eric's saying the coins are there. Other people saying they're not. So we'll see. They haven't. You know what, Eric? I'm not even dealing with you today. I about had it with you. You cannot come on the show in the chat and say they're doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, show me. No, I don't write threads. I'm not going to do that. So you shh. Anyways. Apparently, Eric's saying it's not true. Everybody else is saying it's true. So we don't know. We need to verify a little bit more. So we do some stuff on the blockchain. Now, why, if this rumor is true, why would this be alarming? Well, this would be alarming because with the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, they were going to use fund or Bitcoin that was confiscated for people doing naughty things. Okay, they were going to confiscate it for Bitcoin doing naughty things, and then so it didn't cost taxpayers money. So we'll see. Anyways, next story. Donald Trump's World Liberty Finance reportedly bought $5 million worth of Ethereum. Congratulations, pump my bags. Hello. As far as Ethereum, we got to cover some Ethereum news. I got some HBAR news and more altcoin news. So hold up, okay? And we'll cover XRP. I want to see what price we land at the end of the show. Ethereum forms golden cross with bulls in control. I hate these stories because they're just technical analysis from other people, and mine is just as fantastic. Ethereum is going to $10,000. Thank you. $10,000 Ethereum. Next over here, investors pour $727 million into spot Ethereum ETFs as altcoin pumps. This is going to be led by BlackRock and Fidelity. Holdings to cross over 4% of the token circulating supply. And also remember, 29% of the current circulating supply is being staked. And in addition to this story over here, BlackRock did announce that they plan to add staking to its iShares Ethereum trust. In a fresh SEC filing, the asset giant is seeking permission to earn rewards on staked Ethereum. Okay. Once this gets approved, it's going to go stupid. Absolutely stupid. Next, from Arkham. BlackRock record buy $500 million of Ethereum. They just set a new daily record, buying almost $500 million in one day yesterday. BlackRock currently holds 6.94 billion USD of Ethereum. The reason why we're talking about this, again, remember, this is not BlackRock that's buying it. They're buying it on behalf of their clients for the Ethereum spot ETFs. But again, this is showing interest, just like when we're talking about the XRP futures, hitting historic levels, it is showing interest. It's adding liquidity. It could mean number goes up. Now, Injective. And again, Injective has been going with the SEC. They've been meeting with them. Apparently, Canary Capital just filed the first staked Injective ETF with the SEC, giving institutions and everyday investors a regulated path across the native Injective token through traditional brokerages and banking rails. Staking will essentially allow for... what the heck is it? Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little lightheaded. Dividends. That's what it's going to look like. Now, the next story with the folks over at Hedera. Okay. Today, Valor Funds enters the Swiss market with the launch of its new HBAR staking ETP on 6 Swiss exchanges. Now, HBAR is one of those projects that has been sent for it to go. We have HBAR spot ETFs that have been filed. But we're talking about something that's happened overseas over here, which we absolutely love. So Valor launched its first products on the 6 Swiss exchanges with HBAR and ICP staking ETPs. Again, this is overseas. The ETPs are already trading on other European exchanges. Also for Hedera news, it looks like leveraging Hedera HNS app solves things. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I got a little bit tired. Let me read the notes over here. I haven't eaten yet today, and I need to eat. Anyways, Hedera domains. Remember, we have the ENS domains and then the Solana domains. Well, Hedera is doing the same thing. So HNS turns long crypto addresses into easy.hbar names on Hedera. Names are NFTs, which it is the same for Solana and Ethereum. And there's over 25,000 minted, and they plan to expand into decentralized IDs and verifiable credentials. The decentralized IDs, a little bit, but at the same time, it's coming, so it doesn't really matter. It does, but it doesn't. You guys get what I mean. But at the same time, this is really, really cool to see. And I like that projects are doing this because people that are super bullish on these ecosystems, they will utilize these to make their lives easier. Okay, like I've got WendyO.eth. I probably should get Hedera, WendyO.Hedera. Okay, someone's going to get it. Anyways, next Hedera story over here. We are pleased to see Ondo Finance, the first on-chain RWA credit marketplace for supply chain finance. They launched its payment network on Hedera to tackle the 2.5 TN global trade gap. So what this does is it replaces slow accounts payable financing with fast automated on-chain payments. How does this work? Suppliers submit encrypted invoices for early payments at a discount. Buyers approve with a secure on-chain signature. Stables from LPs are sent instantly to suppliers. Buyers repay Ondo Finance, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, and this removes wire fees, remittance delays, and loan applications. So we love this. It's good. We like RWAs. Segueing into another RWA project is going to be Ondo Finance. They now have tokenized treasuries that are coming to C Network, and Ondo Finance is essentially bringing their market-leading yield coin USDY to C's ultra-fast layer 1 blockchain designed for high performance, capital, and efficient applications. I told you about RWAs. I hope you've been paying attention. Also, this dropped yesterday. A bill requiring lenders to consider cryptocurrency holdings during mortgage credit evaluation process has been introduced into Congress. The reason why this is so important is because people like you and me, we've got crypto, whether it's $1,000 in crypto, whether it's 10 million in crypto, 1,000, 10,000, it doesn't matter. Okay. You should be able to use your assets to get a loan, especially for a home. It's already hard enough right now to get a loan for a house because the interest rates are high, prices are, everything is crazy. Okay. Now, with that being said, this is good. Absolutely love it. I got you guys. I got you, babies. I always got you. So hopefully this gets approved. And then really quickly, Coinbase. Okay. So I want to cover the news for you guys. So why is it doing that? Coinbase wallet has evolved. The Base app is the new on-chain home to post, earn, trade, chat, and connect. And then they also drop for Base Pay. Okay. So I'm going to comment on this really quickly. So basically what Coinbase is doing, they are utilizing Base, and I'll give it to Coinbase. I will give it to Coinbase. I love the fact that they launched Base. The reason why they launched Base, because it's their own chain. But the cool thing about it is it doesn't have a token. Okay. It does not have a token. And I like that because not everything needs a token. But so they've got this app that's all in one for everything. So it allows you to do it's like your ticky-tacky, your social media, your X, your Venmo, your gaming, everything in one. That's great. But there's no option for privacy. No option for privacy. So me, as a creator, I would use it for my creator stuff. I wouldn't use it as personally. I would probably have to have 37 accounts. Okay. So I think it's a cool product, but it's not really designed for crypto people. It is designed for Web 2 people to get them into crypto and to also utilize Coinbase's ecosystem because Coinbase is going to end up becoming a bank soon, in my personal opinion. So do I like the product? Do I not like the product? I would like it better if there was a privacy feature because everybody deserves privacy. It's a basic human right. And other than that, I think it's an interesting product, but I also don't think everything needs to be tokenized. I don't. Shout out to I'll just call you Rob. Nice to meet you, Wendy. My first time typing. Please type more. You should type more. I read all this stuff. So overall, I think it's an interesting product, but at the end of the day, it's not something I would use because I like my privacy. I know lots of stuff about crypto, but not everything. Anyways, you guys, I actually have a call in 15 minutes. I forgot I'm going over right now, but I got to get this done. I do need to eat because I'm starting to feel like a little woozy right here. But anyways, thank you guys so much. And before we go really quickly, let's see what's going on with XRP price. What's going on with XRP price? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. XRP currently hit $3.31. In the last 24 hours, it is up 10%. Congratulations to the XRP army, to Cardano, to Algo, to HBAR, to all the awesome communities, to the Bitcoiners, of course, and to my Ethereum bag holders. Anyways, sending you guys love and light. I have to go. And I'll catch you guys at 2 p.m. PT. I've got an interview you guys got to watch. If we get an update on the Genius Act, I will post it. I'll post it as a short, so make sure you have notifications on. And other than that, I'll be back tomorrow at 10:30. Oh, fit check. I forgot. Okay, so back in the 2000s, we used to wear the little slingshots. These are little boy slingshots, okay? And you had to have the bulky Tiffany stuff, and then you have to have the low rise. This is the tag. Sorry. And then you had to have the low rise jeans. I do cook. I cook and I bake. But anyways, that's what it looks like back in the early days. And these are so much thinner than they used to be. The ones I have from 20 years ago, they're like thick. I still have it. Anyway, sending y'all love and light. I gotta go. Bye-bye. Bye, babies. I'm going to be making something for you soon. So just do stuff. Crap. Bye.